wanted to start by telling you a little bit about the Frisket that I put on here. This gray area that I have is in fact a product called Frisket, in case you're not familiar with it. And it's sort of like a rubber cement consistency. And what you do is you can either paint it on or you can splatter. I've done both. So I've painted some on here and then I splattered some areas well. I would recommend to you that you use at least a number 8 round brush or a number 10 round brush. And don't use one of your good paint brushes, not one of your good watercolor brushes. Go get some old brushes out of the drawer, or go find some, or go get some cheap brushes, synthetic brushes from the art store to use for your Frisket. What I do is I simply splatter it on, and then what I'll do afterwards is I'll let it dry. It takes about 20 to 30 minutes for it to dry. Then if you want to clean your brush out, which I recommend, I would use lighter fluid. Just pour lighter fluid in the top of your cap here if you want, or in a little cup, and then just clean out your brush. Once it's clean, take a soap, a brush soap, a good brush soap with a conditioner in it, and just clean out your brush, and these brushes will last you a long time. So anyway, that's what I've done. I put a little Frisket on there, and what it does, it's going to protect the white space. So I'm going to paint this area of water, and then I can come back, dry it, remove the Frisket, then I can come back and put some detail in the water. I'm going to use my Frisket remover. This is the neoprene, just like the sole of your shoe. It's an eraser to remove the Frisket, and I'm going to do that right now. Now notice how I have the white of the paper showing now where the crashing waves are. Now notice where I have a lot of hard edges. I've got a solution for that. There's a couple of ways of creating soft edges. That's one of the things about Frisket. It will leave some hard edges, but there's a way around that, and I'll show you. One thing is I can just take color on my brush and just soften some of the edges on it, but there's another way that I can do it. Let me show you that. I'll take some Q-tips, just regular old Q-tips, and what I'll do is I'll dip them in water. Let me get some clean water. I'll dip them in water, and then what we'll do is soften some of those edges. So watch what I do now. Have a tissue ready and a Q-tip. I'm going to simply come over here and just soften a couple of areas where I want that area not to be so hard edge, but maybe a little softer in a couple of places. Now what I would suggest to you, see how the color is coming out on the Q-tip. What you want to do is, don't be a cheapskate now. Make sure that you use a lot of these Q-tips, because if you don't, all you're going to do is start rubbing the color back into the paper. You don't want to do that. So just take it, soften some edges. Now, this part takes a little while.